From Tasmania to the throne, how Queen Mary of Denmark captivated the world. There are stories in the royal world that feel like they're lifted straight from a fairy tale, filled with mystery, destiny, and a touch of magic. But few tales have resonated so deeply across continents as that of Mary Elizabeth Donaldson, the woman who would one day stand before the Danish people as their queen. A tale that began in the bustling, windswept corners of Hobart, Tasmania, and unfolded onto the global stage with grace, elegance, and the kind of charm that rewrote the expectations of royalty. In a world where blue blood often trumps true love, Mary Donaldson defied tradition. Born into a middle-class Australian family, she didn't grow up within palace walls or under the watchful eye of courtiers. Instead, she spent her early years in modest surroundings, studying hard, playing sports, and forging a strong sense of self that would later become the foundation of a regal identity unlike any other. It wasn't destiny, prophecy, or family ties that brought Mary to the attention of Denmark's Crown Prince Frederik. It was fate, bold and romantic, the kind that unfolds not in ancient castles, but in the lively energy of a Sydney pub during the 2000 Olympic Games. Among the casual laughter, clinking glasses, and soft glow of Olympic excitement, Frederik met Mary, and from that moment on, everything changed. Their first meeting didn't bear the hallmarks of a royal introduction. There were no trumpets, no bows, no declarations. It was organic, real, and entirely unexpected. Mary was unaware that the man she was speaking with, witty, curious, and engaging, was the Crown Prince of Denmark. And Frederik, equally intrigued, found in her not just beauty, but intelligence, groundedness, and something royal bloodlines rarely promise: authenticity. As their connection grew, so too did the whispers across Denmark and beyond. Who was this Australian woman captivating the heir to the Danish throne? The media dived deep, curious about the Tasmanian girl who had somehow stepped into the centuries-old lineage of Danish monarchy. The Danish royal court, steeped in centuries of tradition and protocol, watched with bated breath. Crown Prince Frederik had made his intentions clear. Mary was not just a fleeting love interest, she was the one. And so began her royal metamorphosis. Mary Elizabeth Donaldson, marketing executive and daughter of a mathematics professor and university secretary, undertook what can only be described as a full transformation, not one of facade, but of education, refinement, and royal preparation. From mastering the Danish language, immersing herself in the country's culture, and absorbing the intricate protocols of royal life, Mary committed herself wholeheartedly. She wasn't simply marrying a prince. She was preparing to serve a nation. When the Danish royal house officially presented Mary Donaldson as Crown Prince Frederik's fiancée in 2003, it was more than a royal announcement, it was a statement of change. Dressed in muted elegance and wearing a smile that spoke volumes of both nerves and resolve, Mary stood beside Frederik and addressed a nation that was falling in love with her. Her Australian accent was still apparent, her words careful yet warm. She greeted the Danish people with humility and grace, promising to do her utmost in embracing her new home. The Danish media, often critical and sharp, was surprisingly gentle. It was clear, this was a woman who could one day wear the crown. On May 14, 2004, the world watched as Mary Donaldson walked down the aisle at Copenhagen Cathedral in a ceremony that blended Danish tradition with Australian charm. Wearing a custom-made ivory Duchess satin gown by Danish designer Uffe Frank, and adorned with the beautiful Irish lace veil first worn by Crown Princess Margareta of Sweden, Mary was every inch a royal bride. Her tiara, a wedding gift from Queen Margrethe and Prince Henrik, sparkled not just with diamonds but with promise. As she took Frederik's hand and recited her vows in flawless Danish, there wasn't a dry eye in the cathedral or among the millions watching from afar. It was not just a marriage of two individuals, but a union of cultures, continents, and hearts. From the moment she stepped into her royal role, Crown Princess Mary embraced it with a level of poise and dedication that stunned even her critics. She didn't merely perform duties, she lived them. She championed causes close to her heart, from mental health to anti-bullying initiatives, from women's rights to cultural preservation. Through the Mary Foundation, launched in 2007, she created a platform that addressed domestic violence, loneliness, and social exclusion, issues rarely touched upon in royal circles. Her speeches, often delivered in impeccable Danish, revealed not just passion, but profound understanding. She didn't speak as an outsider. She spoke as a Danish woman, as a mother, as a leader. Her dedication was not performative. It was powerful and sincere. Queen Mary, even before taking the crown, became one of Europe's most stylish royals. Often compared to Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, for her sophisticated and modern sense of fashion, Mary developed her own signature look, timeless, elegant, and always respectful of the occasion. But her influence extended far beyond fashion. On diplomatic tours, state visits, and international summits, Mary proved herself a skilled stateswoman. Fluent in English and Danish, and conversational in French, she often served as a bridge between Denmark and the world. Whether visiting Greenland, attending the United Nations, or representing Denmark at global health conferences, Queen Mary's presence was both commanding and compassionate. She was more than just a royal consort, she was an ambassador of Danish values. Mary and Frederik's love story blossomed into a strong family. The couple welcomed 4 children: Prince Christian, Princess Isabella, and twins Prince Vincent and Princess Josephine, forming a modern royal family that continues to win hearts. Mary's role as a mother is perhaps her most cherished. She has worked to ensure her children are grounded, educated, and connected to both their Danish heritage and Australian roots. Her parenting style, warm yet disciplined, has set a new standard for royal upbringing in the 21st century. It's not unusual to see her cheering on the sidelines at a school sporting event, or spending time with her children in informal settings. For Mary, motherhood isn't a role, it's a calling. On January 14, 2024, Queen Margrethe II shocked the world by announcing her abdication. After more than 50 years on the throne, she passed the crown to her son, and thus, Frederik X became King of Denmark. By his side, in that moment of history, stood Mary, now Queen Consort. Dressed in regal red and wearing the confidence of 2 decades of royal service, Queen Mary was officially presented not just as a royal partner, but as a sovereign figure in her own right. The transition was seamless, the public reception overwhelming. From Hobart to Copenhagen, people celebrated the crowning of a queen who had earned her place not through birthright, but through heart, dedication, and service. Queen Mary's rise has inspired millions, particularly women who see in her a reflection of possibility. She is proof that royalty is not merely inherited, it can be built, cultivated, and earned. Her journey has been covered in documentaries, fashion editorials, and news features. Across continents, Australia, proud of its native daughter, has followed every step of her ascent with admiration. In Denmark, she has become a symbol of stability, compassion, and modern royalty. She redefined what it means to be a queen in the 21st century, less about pageantry, more about purpose. What do you think makes Queen Mary of Denmark such a powerful and beloved royal figure? Is it her humility, her elegance, or her undeniable dedication to duty? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more inspiring royal stories.